What's up, everybody? It is KidSmoove. This is another Apples and Oranges video. And man, I'm sorry for coming at you guys really late, but I just got finished watching a series of Ayanna Jackson interviews with DJ Vlad in regards to the rape accusations on Tupac. Now, this is the woman. Ayanna Jackson was the woman that had Tupac sent to prison because she was the one that accused him of rape back in the day. That's the reason why he was in jail, and Chick Knight and all of them had to bail him out. Long story short, she suddenly reappears in 2018 in the middle of the MeToo movement. Like, we're in the days where people are coming out left and right accusing people of rape, sexual misconduct, sexual harassment, all sorts of things, and people are just losing their jobs. People are losing gigs. People's lives are being ruined, and these are allegations currently that's taking place in Hollywood and all sorts of places. Stuff that we're hearing about every day. There's somebody involved in some sort of sexual harassment or a sexual assault scandal, right? So I like DJ Vlad. I think he's the modern day vibe, the modern day source, the modern day double XL. He's the person that rappers and old rappers and everybody goes to for interviews. He has interviewed almost everybody that had anything to do with Tupac's life while he was living. And after all of these years, he's never interviewed Ayanna Jackson, which is strange, and it's even stranger that an interview comes at this opportune time. During the Me Too movement, there's an interview with the person that accused Tupac of rape years ago. Now, just to give you guys a backstory, Tupac already served his time, even though never being convicted of the crime he was accused of, served his time. Let me give you guys, Ayanna Jackson and Tupac were casually dating for a short period of time, right? They used to go to parties. He used to have vehicles sent to her to bring her, to have her arrive at dinners, parties, this hotel. They had consensual sex multiple times. They were dating. There was a thing going on, but he never really truly claimed her, right? But obviously I wasn't there. But the stories got around. What happened was, one night, she was with him and some friends, and she accused Tupac and friends of rape and gang raping, right? So Tupac says he had nothing to do with, no such thing. He had nothing to do with any raping. He did not rape her. He admitted to them already having consensual sex. She admitted to them having consensual sex. This is all like documented stuff that's there, right? So, long story short, he was convicted anyway. He was convicted. He was sentenced to 1.5 to 4.5 years in prison. Obviously got bailed out, and then was killed a year later. But the thing about this case, because this case caused a lot of issues, right? If you listen to all the interviews that Tupac did while he was going on trial, if you listen to how he would talk about it, and he maintained his innocence till his last breath. The case was she was supposedly gang raped, right, by Tupac and Tupac's entourage, right? She was supposedly gang raped. But if someone's gang raped, that means it has to be more. One person can't gang rape you. Multiple people. And in this interview with DJ Vlad, she's naming people. And some of these people are long gone. Some people are deported, and obviously Tupac is dead, right? So she's naming people of those who are participated in the gang raping of her. There was only one person sentence. Only one person took into custody, and that was Tupac. Now, Tupac was actually cleared of any gang raping activities. He was actually there was no proof of any sort of rape, attempted rape, or no semen found or anything like that. He was actually cleared, and it's still a question of why he actually went to prison and what he actually went to prison for. But remember, the case was she was accusing of gang rape. Tupac was the only one arrested, only one that went to prison. The other people that she named in this interview, and we all know who they are, Haitian Jack and all of them, right? Never been arrested. I don't even think charges were filed against them, right? So it makes you wonder. A lot of people obviously don't believe. A lot of people believe Tupac was wrongfully accused of this. And word on the street was, yeah, her and Tupac was seeing each other, and then she messed around with the homies, and Tupac after that did not want to claim her, and that made her feel disrespected. She was like, wait a minute, I slept with all these dudes, and now he's not like even gonna deal with me like that no more. Like, talking about he was having cars sent for her, bring her out to eat, they going to clubs, everything. And once he found out that the homies rode the train on her, he didn't want anything to do with her. And that is what led to the rape charge, because that's what led to the rape charge. At that point, she's feeling disgusted, feel disrespected, and she was doing all this shit to entertain him. So immediately, she got a rape charge. She on him, on Tupac, not on Haitian Jack, even though it was first initiated as a gang rape. Nobody else was arrested, even though in the cases, all the stuff that he was actually accused of he was actually cleared from. I think he was finally, I don't know the technical terms of it, but I think he was only guilty of pretty much standard harassment, forcefully touching the buttocks. And in his words, that's what it ended up being. But he was thrown in jail for really not really of the case and he was still on, at the time that he got bailed out, he was still on like parole, so he still could have been considered innocent. It was a messed up case, you know what I mean? It was a really messed up case, and this girl's been quiet and out of sight for a long time, and I think this was a real opportune time for her to come out. And I'm a little bit disappointed in DJ Vlad, because he could have did this interview last year, he could have did this interview 2 years ago, he could have did this interview at any time. And this woman, she's not going to change her story. She has to live with that lie, because one, Tupac's dead and gone. It's her claim to fame, and she's gonna have to live with it for the rest of her life, because if she changed the story or come out and comes clean later down the line, she won't. It just won't sit well. You know what I mean? So it's a messed up situation, and it's character assassination. Now, if you watch Tupac's interviews, the courthouse interview, the one where he's all the reporters are around him during the daytime, the one that's featured in the Changes music video, and then there's another one at night when he's wearing a black jacket and he's just leaving the courthouse. He's explaining this audio. He tells you what he's innocent of. They tell you what they're talking about in during the case, and he tells you his side of the story, what happened, and what justice is not being served, right? So, and the things that he was being brought to the court for, he actually had nothing to do with. If there was a quote unquote raping that took place that night, he was actually not present for it. And that was the thing. And he maintained his innocence now. And who's to say? But word on the street, everybody knows that this was a setup. It was a lie. It wasn't honest, because you're looking at a case that was brought up as a gang rape, and only one person, and the one person that wasn't present was the one person arrested. The truth of the matter is Ayanna felt let down. She felt neglected and rejected because Tupac wasn't going to claim her after finding out that she just slept with like all his boys. He didn't care. He wasn't mad at his boys, but he didn't really care. But he wasn't going to claim her. He wasn't going to claim her after that, and that's what led to that rape allegations. And anybody alleged someone of rape or sexual harassment, it's automatic. You're guilty until proven innocent. And in Tupac's case, he was guilty until proven. He was really guilty until proven innocent, even though all the evidence and everything that they had and all the reports showed that he was innocent. They still put him away anyway, as far as and they still put him away in prison anyway. And the crazy thing is, all these people that she named, that supposedly were touching on her and messing her, and Tupac left, and after whoever did whatever after her, she named some names. None of those people were arrested. None of those people were sentenced. The only person you hear was Tupac. Go back and watch those interviews and why this case was just so jacked up. But this is a story she's gonna take to the grave. It's her claim to fame. And like I said, I'm disappointed in DJ Vlad only on timing. It just goes up with the whole Me Too agenda. And it is what it is. But I don't believe Tupac raped her, because even in this interview, she says that they have consensual sex the night that he raped her, and then later on changed the story and says, no, he raped me that night. Her story is so inconsistent. Throughout this 3-part interview, this 2.5-part interview, it's like, yo, I can't take her serious. I was like, maybe she's on to something. Let me see what she has to say, because I haven't heard her and seen her, like what she looked like, and saw a video interview by her. Let me see. But I was starting to find some inconsistencies. And I started to find things that did match up what Tupac was saying, and then things that didn't match up. The thing about these interviews, she could not tell you what happened after Tupac left, but she could not tell you the actions Tupac did to make this like a raping. She was straddling him this whole time. So she's straddling him, and while she's straddling him, he's now raping her. She says this. She is saying this. But check out the interview. Let me know what you think of this whole story, this whole case, and why is she now just coming out? I'm never upset at someone waiting a while to come out and speak out about being raped or not. Because it's not like she's just coming out. She came out as soon as she realized her and Tupac wasn't going to be a thing. And Tupac got arrested and sent to prison immediately after this quote-unquote incident. So this wasn't like, oh, let me wait 20 years and accuse him. No, this is long and done with. It's just the recount. Well, let me tell everybody what really went down that night. Again, let me relive it. This is what I'm a little bit, because she had years to do this. But now, during the Me Too movement, and everybody's accusing everybody left and right of rape and sexual assault, it's a little bit insane. And you kind of have to sit back and just sit and pay attention of what's really going on. And DJ Vlad, I'm just not a fan of this idea. Interview's cool, whatever, you know what I mean? Because you can point out the lies, you can see the bullshit, but the timing is just horrible. All right, it's KidSmoove Apples and Oranges. I'm out of here.